Hi everyone.
Hi all.
Right, we've got something for you today from a newspaper. This is a local rag, Nottingham Evening Post, and on the front, it was last week, 1 million of fines up in smoke. Now basically, smokers pay the cost of dropped fag ends. I'll read some of this to you. Smokers who drop their cigarette ends have been hit with nearly £1 million in fines in the past few years. Right, it actually equates to 1.36 million that Nottingham City Council have made. And it goes on to say a total of 13,148 people have been penalised for dropping butts since April last couple of years in Nottingham. The standard fine for dropping a cigarette end is £75. So 13,148 times 70 is 1.36 million.
Of course though, that means they did what we've been telling you all not to do.
Give your bloody name. So 13,148 people basically went like this, right? I mean, I'm smoking a whatever, right, and I've dropped it on the floor. He's supposed to be a civil enforcement officer, whatever they call themselves this week. Excuse, he's not in fancy dress today, right, and I've... There you go.
Oh, no, I've got to give you a fine now.
Oh, have you, sir?
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. What, fine for what?
Littering.
Okay, go and give it me.
Okay, can I take your name, please?
No. It's that simple. No. Am I obliged to have a name by law?
No.
There you go. So how can he fine me £70 or £75?
And of course, let's not forget the Bill of Rights, 1688-89. Promises of fines or forfeitures before being taken to court are illegal and void. So I was going to break the law just then.
Well, fancy that.
Of course, it's only a statute, or it's actually a constitutional act, which means it can't be repealed. And that's why the government have also, last year or the year before, were saying, we need a Bill of Rights, because they know that most of us don't know about. We've already got one.
An order creates a bill, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, basically, what we're saying, we don't go out and drop your fag ends everywhere or your litter and stuff. I mean, that's stupid. It'd be like, without using the word, defecating on your own doorstep, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, if you litter any parts.
Or peeing on your own fence.
Peeing on your front. He likes peeing on his own fence. He gets rid of all the fungi or fungus or whatever it is.
Moss.
Moss. So, please don't litter. I mean, it's entirely your choice, but why would you want to litter anyway? But why would you give your name in order for somebody to remove your money from you?
Especially
why would you do that?
Especially when they've got no right to demand the name off you.
Some people make a mistake. They might have just dropped it by accident.
Wait a minute, just give me your name. Give me your name.
No.
Give me your name.
Where does it say in law that I'm actually obliged to even have a name by law? Doesn't, does it?
It does not.
So you want my name? And a name can do what?
Harm.
Yeah. Name me, enemy. If you give the name, then of course you're going to get fined.
Now you actually looked into the name, didn't you? What did you find out?
Came from ancient Egypt, Zero Dynasty. There was a chap called Namer, and he gave himself permission to cause ill will, harm or loss in any living thing.
Are there any pictures of him?
Very little. You can have a look up for the Namer or Nama palette from the ancient Egypt.
What does that display?
Zero Dynasty. It just shows you killing every living thing and the local people, and he's got heads and he's chopping them off and stuff. The Namer or Nama palette. But yeah, when you look in the dictionary, you can do this. Anybody can do this themselves. You look up the word name, and it says origin unknown, and it goes N.Ama. And very little known about this man, Namer.
So what? Now we do know that the parasites.
The local council and government.
Some refer to them as the elite, but we call them what the real name is because they live off us. They are parasites. Even then, back in the Egyptian times, they were telling you all about the name, and if you use it, it's going to cause you harm.
It's going to get your head chopped off. But you were just talking about parasites. That's a great name for the elite, isn't it? Our negative other selves who're just in a big club of take, as we've said before.
So from now on...
They take millions, look. What did the council say it was going to do with the money? It was going to
bins.
Buy some bins.
Oh, those bins that we've got in Nottingham. £5
Has anybody else got these bins? It's got a solar panel on top, and it says, if you look on the website...
Big Belly
Solar.
Yes.
it says that it's got a crushing device inside. Although we saw one being opened the other day, and they just put a bin liner inside. There's no crushing device. And how much do those bins cost?
£5,000.
£5,000 for a bin. And the council says it needs to buy more, and also something about some pooper scoopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nottingham City Council said all the money collected
Hoovers.
was put into street cleaning
Hoovers.
services, including buying more bins and poovers to clean up dog mess and hiring extra staff, although they're cutting their staff by 25 million and giving 50 million to the Broad Marsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Boots and a multiplex cinema.
So again,
Sick.
It's coming down to money again with them. They're taking from the poor and giving to private corporations, or like Ozzy Osbourne tried to say, we need to give the Ukraine an open checkbook. How about giving the less fortunate some money instead?
Yeah, they've got enough, haven't they? But they don't care about us.
No.
They only care about themselves. And that's why my good friend here calls them parasites. Because they feed off other beings.
Yeah. Now, the only difference with parasites and these evil parasites is that parasites tend not to kill the host, where these are planning on killing the hosts.
One born every minute. So who cares about whether they die or not?
We're not going to use the word elite anymore. We're going to use the word parasites, because that's what they are, and you'll understand. So, forgive me. You will get what we mean. When we say parasites, we mean them.
I'll tell you, there's something. I'm just looking out of the window, and we're going to turn the cameras on this, and I'm going to get a shot of it. Right, it's Nottingham City Council's memorial, and this is a place across here. You can see we're at Trent Bridge, the embankment at Nottingham.
That's the suspension bridge.
That's the suspension bridge. Trent Bridge is over there.
What does that say up there?
It says something post FUNERA Virtus, and it means something after death, virtue after death. Anyway, we're going to turn the cameras round. We love you, everybody. Thanks very much for watching our videos. Please have a look at our older ones, because we've been putting older ones up on both channels, Sri Lanka Sea and King Abdullah Key. But yeah, have a look at this, and I'm going to go and get a close-up of it. But look at that. Zoom in. Let's go and get a closer shot of it. 7 minutes 17.
VIVIT post FUNERA Virtus. Yes. The ones that were murdered.